What's up everyone, I'm back with some Ultra Moon hardcore Nuzlocking content today. This is episode 123, the 123 Kid. And last time, I got 3 encounters, all of which were substitutions for the Tapu encounters that you get from each of the ruins. I did skip the Tapu Bulu one, which is the Ruins of Abundance. However, I was able to get Bonsly from the Ruins of Conflict, quote unquote, so Route 1 encounter. I also got Chinchou from the Akala Outskirts, which was the substitute for the Ruins of Life, and for the Ruins of Hope substitute, which was on the Pony Island, I was able to get Dragalge, which I then named Carl. The Chinchou, by the way, was named Diaz. So yeah, they're all in training right now, all getting their EVs in the Poképelago, and that will continue for quite some time. But yeah, today I'm gonna go on a little bit of an item quest first. That's the first part of the video, and that's why I'm not gonna start with a team recap just now, because my plan is for this video to culminate in an absolute barn burner of a matchup. However, I don't want to just spoil that or the team for that yet, so I'm going to try my best to not expose my team, and I will show it to you later. I will do a team recap when I get to the battle portion of this video. So, as you can probably tell, or maybe not, that I'm in 10 Carat Hill, and that's because I need to go get some items. This actually came about because I was doing a little inventory check, and I found out that I'm missing a few TMs from my collection. So I decided to look for them. And first up on the agenda is the research lab, right here. So, Kukui says, "Hey there Yash, you're doing good with your Z powers. Burnett and I are looking into them and we think they might have some connection to the energy that pours out of those ultra wormholes." "Oh yeah, I got something solid for you, cousin." "Alright, Kerr, what you got for me, Kerr?" That's TM90, it's substitute. It's a very good TM, very good move. Especially for Pokemon that have weaknesses, that want to set up. Stuff like that is fantastic for it. So, very happy to finally be getting this TM. This is one you can only get, I think, post-game. And if you remember, Kukui also gave me the lucky egg item. So he will first give you the lucky egg, and then you'd have to leave the area and then come back, and then he gives you this TM. So it's a little bit of a, double up. You have to kind of go in and out and then do it again, which is not the most intuitive thing to do, but now you know. So substitute is a sweet move that uses 1/4 of a Pokemon's HP to make a copy of it. Oh yeah! The best thing about it is that it keeps your Pokemon safe from most status moves. Yeah! That's right, so if your Pokemon uses substitute, you can't paralyze it, burn it, or poison it through the use of status moves, which is quite big for Pokemon that are prone to, getting chopped down by stall tactics. Anyway, and you can make a real wicked combo if you use it with items that are triggered when you lose HP or gain HP back. You follow? If you're a champion, you should work on having some real fine technique in battle, little cousin. What do you call him? Alright, by the way, I've been using the Roto Stealth power-up, which is going to allow me to essentially repel the Pokemon below the level of my current team, which in this area should be all of them, because my current team is a much higher level. I do want to go into 10 Carat Hill. I want to do some exploration. Okay. I want to check if I got stuff right here. This is the area I think I got Brick Break from, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Might have been. I really can't remember. Oh, there we go. There's an item. Great Ball. Okay, this is not what I was looking for. So it does say that the item is in 10 Carat Hill, but I can't seem to really find it. It might be from a different entrance that's not present in this part. I can't go forward. Let me just try and get this. This is where I got the Z crystal, I believe. That's right, where I first met Kahili in the farthest hollow. Okay. Apparently there is, as you can see, there's some water down there, and apparently you can get there through a different entrance. So I'm gonna start surfing. Alright. Let's head out. Smashing rocks along the way. Doing the job of the council. Rock smashing, everything. So yeah, Substitute is a great move. If you have stuff like a Dragon Dance, Dragonite or something, you can easily use it and kind of set yourself up. Alright, so apparently there's supposed to be an entrance in this area for the 10 Carat Hill, which is how you get into it. Oh, there we go, amazing. Sharpedo gets you in there. As you can see, this is where I was up there, if you can kind of picture it. It doesn't let me see that just now, but there you go. Finally. And this is the TM for Boom. I get the Boom. Here comes the Boom. It's Explosion. This could be fine, you know, this could be a good TM. I mean, I'm approaching the end of the Nuzlocke now, so I might start getting a little bit more aggressive with some of the move choices and sacrifices on my team, depending on the situation, of course. I'm not gonna just sacrifice for no reason. Okay, so I got some stuff from there. I do believe there's other stuff in other areas. I'm trying to remember some of them now. I might even look it up on Bulbapedia just a second. I believe there's a couple really good ones that I've actually missed out on. Alright, so I think there's one in Alola Route 7, which is the water route, and I need... Okay, I'm gonna go to Route 7 real quick. Which is where exactly? I believe it's here, yes. I've missed out on another good TM, so obviously, you know, I've tried my best to collect everything. Yes, I will use more stealth. Lots of stealthy maneuvers, you know. Okay, so it says that if I surf, I need to get to an island. Or I think I might not be on the island. No, I refuse. Island is this way, I think. I'm looking at the bottom map just to make sure I have the right thing. This might be the island. Okay. Oh, this is where I lost Zeroberto to this trainer, didn't I? The Wingull that I had. West of the fishing spot. On the island. This is where it was, no? There was this fishing spot. What the hell? Don't get it. Where's my TM? I'm just trying to collect the... Because it's a good TM, I really want it. Okay, there's a fishing spot as well. But this isn't the island, though. Trying to avoid these Alolan Diglets because they will expose my team, which I don't want. Not the island. I don't understand. I am so... I mean, I could... You might be just sort of cursing me because I'm just looking and I'm not finding anything. No, can't go past here. Okay, there's the fishing spot. West... Oh, there it is. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. But this is TM32 Double Team. Another good setup move. It's a little cheesy to be using it, but it can be a really good move, so... I'm not above using cheesy strats if I have to. This Nuzlocke is hard enough as it is. So I will be continuing to get those kinds of TMs and everything. Okay. There's a couple more that I need to get, but I'm not sure if I want to do that right now. Maybe I'll try for one more on Route 5. I already got the good TMs, quote unquote, so I'm looking for Route 5 and I'll see if I can actually manage to get this last TM. I think there's one more TM after that might be good, but I don't see a point in getting it. Even this one is not going to be super useful, but it could be situationally good, you know. Okay, it says Route 5. Yes. More stealth. Okay. Yep, it says past the grass field on the southeast side of the third lake. What the hell are you talking about? Southeast side of the third lake. Where's the third lake? I only saw 2 lakes. Oh, that's the end of the route. It's the ranch, mate. That's Dr. Phil's ranch. There's a lake. Lake number 3. I don't get it, oh. Where is this? Where is this gone? Why is it not here? Just show me, oh. I just want to get my TM. I do not want to go around in circles. There's 2 lakes. Where's the third one? Oh, it's down there. I should look at the minimap more often. How does one get to that one? I don't know. Past the grass field on the southeast side. On the southeast side of the third lake. Past the grass field. This is lake number 3 on the bottom. I don't see it. I don't see anything. Could they be talking about the lake up here? That's just Brooklet Hill, no? I can't find this thing. Well, I'll find it in my off time. Sorry for wasting your time. This sucks. But yeah, let me see what TMs I don't have anymore. So I just got TM 90 and 64 and 32. So if I just sorted them all by number. So there's TM 97, which is the one I'm actually hunting for. It's Charge Beam. So as you can see, as 96 and 98, I'm looking for Charge Beam, which is 97. I have so many. I don't think I'm missing any from the first, like, 30. Yeah, I just got the double team. So I'm just doing a little check. Making sure 57. TM 57 is, I'm missing that one as well. Oh, sorry, TM 57 is Charge Beam. TM 97 is something else. What is TM 97? Oh yeah, TM 97 I think is Dark Pulse, but that's not available right now, so I can't get it anyway. I think apart from that I have everything, so cool. Took me about 14-15 minutes to get that, and half of it was wasting time. That's my bad. I might record later and put the TM location in here if I feel like it, but yeah, maybe not. What I'm going to do though is I'm gonna get my team ready for the next part of the video, which is much more exciting It's actually a battle that's going to be coming up. And for this battle, I need to fly all the way back onto Mele Mele Island. Specifically, I'm going to go to Icky Town. So I fly here, get to the center. Roto power is off, but I will not be using another one. So, I've been going on this sort of revenge tour, or rematch tour I should say, in the game. I've been battling all kinds of players, I've been battling old, leaders, I guess gym leader is in Cantonian gym leader. I battled old, trial captains and stuff. But today, I'm gonna get a step up because I'm going to be battling a Kahuna. A rematch against the first Kahuna we faced, the man who is directly stood behind me. It's Hala, everybody. And his team is terrifying. He has leveled up in a huge way. In fact, if I go here, obviously there's How over here. If you remember, How said that he had defeated his Gramps in an all-out serious battle. Now, if the serious battle that he's talking about is against the team that I'm about to face, I don't know how you did it, Al, because that team is bloody terrifying. But I guess I'm filibustering a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna fight Hala, and for that, I'm gonna show you my team after 16 and a half minutes or so. Finally, you're gonna look at my team. So, this is my lead, and it's Manzukic, the Jellicent at level 63. By the way, this is the level cap, and I didn't create the level cap for Hala, but his Pokemon are all at level 63 as well. It just turned out that way. But yeah, Manzukic is at 63 with Toxic, Ominous Wind, Scald, and Recover. I'm going to switch out Scald for Protect. I've given it, of course, it has the water absorbability, and I've given it no item, and that's for a specific reason, which I will talk about in a little bit. I guess when I'm in the battle, I'll talk about it. Next up is Closer the Skarmory at level 63 with Roost, Spikes, Fly, and Night Slash. Has the Sturdy ability, and I've given it Leftovers for some recovery, especially working quite well with the Fly move when it's in the semi-invulnerable turn. So hopefully Closer allows us to get some pivots in, and that's what its main role is. Not to do a ton of damage, but to sort of act as a sponge for a lot of the powerful hits that will be coming my team's way. Next up is Alonzo the Lilligant at level 63 with Energy Ball, Giga Drain, Sunny Day, and Leaf Storm. Has the Chlorophyll ability, and I've given it Wise Glasses, which help all of its attacking moves get a little bit more power. This thing is very strong, and it's probably my strongest grass type at this point, at least the hardest hitting one. Next up is Altintop the Chandelure at level 63 with Fire Blast, Shadow Ball, Will-O-Wisp, and Curse. I'm going to switch out the moveset again. I think I just forgot. I'm tripping a little bit. But it's got the Flame Body ability, and I've given it the Choice Specs item, which will pair very well with the move that I'm about to teach this thing later on, in just a second. Next up is Stanisic the Slowbro with Grass Knot, Scald, Slack Off, and Psychic. Has the Oblivious ability, and I've given it Leftovers because, of course, it's a Slowbro. It needs to be recovering every turn, especially, with the Slack Off, I want to allow it to keep recovering. And then at the end, I have Robin the Charizard at level 63 with Focus Blast, Counter, Air Slash, and Flamethrower. Has the Blaze ability, and I've given it the Life Orb item. I really couldn't find another way for it to be able to do a bit more damage than I need it to be, so there are some roles that I was not able to fulfill unless I gave it this Life Orb, so that's why it's just for some extra power. Cool. So I do need to make some final adjustments on my team for this battle, and I'll do them right now. So firstly, I'm going to teach Protect to Manzukic. This is not a I'm gonna go by team, by name again, because I prefer this. But this is not it's not needed 100% per se, but it will be very useful if I do teach it. I will get rid of Scald, because Scald is the move that I think is... I can reteach it if I need to, so... And I'm not going to use Scald in this matchup. At least for the planning. At least I planned it that way. If it goes badly, then, well, I've messed up. And then the second change I'm going to make is I'm going to teach Altintop the move Psychic. Of course, Hala, if you remember, is a fighting type trainer, so Psychic is a very beneficial move for me to use. I will get rid of Will-O-Wisp because I don't need the utility from this right now. Instead, I need all-out power, so I'm gonna go for the Psychic. And you will see that Hala is a beast. Alright, so now all of that said, I'm just gonna go and fight him.
Why hello champion, alola to you. I've got an idea. Since you've taken the trouble to come visit old Hala, could I ask you to help an old trainer brush up his moves?
I'd be happy to. So I guess I didn't even have to talk to him. He sort of engaged me on his own. So I'll fight him. This is gonna be a barn burner, I swear.
In that case, we must go to a location befitting the champion of Alola. Her. I'm an old man. Fat man.
Just kidding.
Now I'll hold nothing back. It's time you remember what I can really do. Old Hala is here to make you holla.
Oh, he's got fucking bars as well. Damn, Hala. And he does a sumo wrestling stance. And he gets straight into it. So this is full powered. Hala, the Kahuna, getting ready to battle us with 5 Pokemon. I should have done the Roto Money, but I didn't. He sends out Hariyama. This is his lead Pokemon, of course. It's very bulky. And I have Manzukic to counter this thing. Hala's Hariyama. Of course, all of Hala's Pokemon, by the way, are fully EV trained to in an optimal way to be able to counter most threats that he would face. So his Hariyama, by the way, has max attack and max special defense. In addition to this, his Hariyama has the moveset of Fake Out, Close Combat, Heavy Slam, and the move that I'm going to be taking essentially, which is Knock Off. And that's super effective on Manzukic. And this is the reason that Manzukic has no item attached, because Knock Off, which is a 60 power or 65 power based move, does more damage if your Pokemon is holding an item and your Pokemon also loses the item. This is obviously very useful against, in both singles and doubles. But if it's not holding an item, it does a little bit less damage. So that's why I want to be able to take that move really well. So that's why there's no item. I could have given a Colbur Berry, which would have helped me a little bit, but that still would have done extra damage. So I decided not to go with it. Most importantly though, I am immune to both Fake Out and Close Combat, which is really cool. And I'm just gonna Toxic this guy. So he is slower than me because, of course, he's very fat. And he's not gonna be able to move before. But he will be using Knock Off. Oh, he uses Heavy Slam. Why'd you do that? I thought you'd use... Is Heavy Slam maximum damage? I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. I thought he would go for Knock Off for sure because it's super effective. It's the only move he can really hit me with. Heavy Slam is resisted. I'm gonna go for an Ominous Wind. He's not doing any damage. Imagine if I get an Omni Boost. No, he's just going for Heavy Slam. Why are you doing that? That's so stupid. Okay, buddy. Your choice. Your choice. I'm just gonna protect. Who cares? Even if he knocks off, I can protect myself. Rack up toxic damage. Okay, cool. Why does he continuously go for Heavy Slam? Oh, by the way, the reason I Toxiced him is because this Hariyama does not have the ability Guts. It has the ability Thick Fat. If this thing had the ability Guts, poisoning it would be a very stupid move indeed. So I didn't do it. Maybe he's disincentivized to go for Knockoff because I don't have an item. I'm going to protect once more Double protect, who cares? Uses heavy slam. I'm gonna recover after this, so I can recover off all the damage, and he gets just destroyed by Toxic. I'm not sure if he actually goes for Hyper Potion or anything, but we'll see how it goes. I think, yeah, he's not going for it. He's not low enough HP for it, or he just doesn't do it this one. Okay. So, all in all, very weird lead. I thought he would do a lot more damage, especially using knockoff, but maybe it's an AI quirk. Manzukic gets the Toxic Stall KO on Hariyama. He sends out Machamp. Interesting. I thought he would go for a different Pokemon, but geez, okay, he went for a Machamp. I think this is his most dangerous Pokemon, or maybe second most dangerous Pokemon. This Machamp is, of course, Guts. It's not No Guard. And it has Cross Chop, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, and Fire Punch. So he is going for the Thunder Punch, I'm pretty sure, because it's super effective. But I will protect just to confirm. I'm not gonna poison him because he has Guts and he will do so much more damage. Now he's going for the T-Punch. Okay. So my strategy for Machamp is a little weird. So, this is where I'm gonna bring in Altintop. It's a raw switch into Altintop, who is lonely natured with like 2 defense IV, so I'm very scared how much this is actually gonna do. But I think it shouldn't KO. It shouldn't kill because it's not stab. And he can't hurt me with cross chop after. He has 252 attack and 252 speed, remember. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh no! Oh no, I forgot I had Flame Body. I thought I had Flash Fire. Oh no, he's got Guts activated. I hope I'm faster than this guy. I think I am. I am fully speed invested. Oh my god, but if I'm not, then what? Oh, sheesh. Because I think he will go for another Thunder Punch. And oh, I activated his Guts. So my plan is to outspeed and one-hit KO with Psychic, because it's Choice Specs boosted and it will always KO. But I have to be faster here. I am faster, thank god. Okay, cool. Whew. Choice Spec Psychic, one-hit KOs immediately. Excellent job, Altintop. It took a huge amount of damage, but it was able to get the job done. He sends out his ace. This is Crabominable. I was not expecting this Pokemon, but this is probably his most dangerous Pokemon. It has fully invested stats in, or EVs in, attack and defense. And this thing has the Z Crystal Phytinium Z. And he has the moves Ice Hammer, Stone Edge, Earthquake, so he has the Edgequake combo. And then Close Combat, which can be souped up with the Phytinium Z and absolutely destroy anything in my way, in his way, I guess. I think he is going for either Stone Edge or Earthquake. He could be going for either. And my plan was to go straight into Slowbro. Stanisic is supposed to deal with this. But I'm thinking if I should do a switch into Closer first. Maybe not. I'm gonna switch to my plan. I'm gonna stick to my plan. I'm gonna go into Stanisic here. Stanisic should do pretty well against this guy. Walls most of his moveset. He goes for the Stone Edge. Ooh, crit would have been quite bad there. Okay, so I just hope he doesn't crit now, because my idea is to Psychic him, and then hopefully slack off. He goes for another Stone Edge. No crit, please. Holy cow, that's a lot of damage. Psychic takes him out in 1. Great job by Stanisic. Those special attack EVs really kicking in. Okay. This is a brilliant job, like, by Stanisic and the company. Everybody's doing well, but his biggest threat is probably eliminated now. And he sends out another huge threat in Beware. Now, his Beware is fully invested in attack and defense as well. In addition to the fact that he has the ability Fluffy, which means that he has double the defense. However, that also makes him weak to fire-type moves, which is not counted. So if you give a Pokemon, I didn't know this before, but if you give a Pokemon the Expert Belt item, it usually, increases the power of super effective moves. However, that's not true when an ability like Fluffy makes you weak against certain types of moves. So expert belt fire type moves are not going to do extra damage with the expert belt because it doesn't count like that on the AI. As a result, I have a different counter for him because this Beware has the moveset of Brutal Swing, Dragon Claw, Shadow Claw, and Hammer Arm. I'm pretty sure he's going for Brutal Swing. I'm going to do a quick pivot through Closer here to make sure that I don't get too much damage on me. So this is where Closer comes in. He went for Shadow Claw. That's interesting. Is he? I guess he saw. Oh yeah, Shadow Claw is a higher. Yeah, it's more than Brutal Swing, so makes sense. I think he might go for Hammer Arm now. I'm trying to see if I should. I'm thinking if I should go for a fly or I should raw switch. I think I'm gonna raw switch into Charizard here, into Robin, because that's my counter to this. So I'm gonna go for a raw Zard switch. Now this could be a little spooky because my Robin is hasty natured. So Hammer Arm does a lot of damage even if it's resisted. See, it did half. Now he reduced his speed, it doesn't matter because Beware is really slow. And I'm gonna use a Flamethrower boosted by the Life Orb. This works really well because of the Fluffy ability, which essentially means Beware is weak to fire type moves. So yeah, I'm just gonna rip a Life Orb boosted Flamethrower into Beware. It should KO. It does. Very great. I mean, I did the calculations, but I still get scared, you know, sometimes if I did something wrong. But everything has gone according to plan so far. And his last Pokemon is Poliwrath. Now, Poliwrath has the ability Water Absorb, so I obviously cannot use a Water type move against him. But he has the moveset of Waterfall, Brick Break, Poison Jab, and Payback. And then also he has, I think, Max Attack and Max Special Defense, if I'm not mistaken. But because there's only one left, I think he's going to go for Waterfall here. So I'm going to switch straight into Alonzo. I could pivot through Manzukich because Manzukich also has Water Absorb. But then, you know, I would take a lot of damage from the subsequent move. So Waterfall comes in, does quite a lot of damage, honestly. Now he does have Poison Jab, which is spooky here. But I have Wise Glasses boosted Leaf Storm. Energy Ball does not KO, unfortunately, and I have a 10% chance to miss Leaf Storm. So if Leaf Storm misses here, then Alonzo is gonna retire, unfortunately. So Alonzo, this is for your career, mate. Do not retire. Go for the Leaf Storm, hit it. Great job. And that should take out the Poliwrath, and there we go. A perfectly executed strategy against one of the most difficult post-game trainers in this game. And I have defeated Hala once more.
I sense the strength that you possess as champion.
Oh, I could have got so much money out of him. Hell yeah, this is excellent.
To see one I sent out on an island challenge return with so much energy and strength. Could anything be more fulfilling than to feel it firsthand along with my awesome Pokemon?
And I get the Deciduum Z, the Primarium Z, and the Insinium Z. Wait, I didn't get. Oh no, I already got the Insinium Z. So this is for the other ones that you have to worry. The other starters that you don't use. So in case you trade from another game or something and you bring a Pokemon here, if you have a Primarina or a Decidueye, you can use the Z crystals if you'd like. So that's what Hala does for you. I would, if you're going to use the Z crystals for the starter Pokemon, I would recommend fighting him. Otherwise, not really needed. I just did it for fun because I'm trying to complete as much of the game as possible. I have an exploratory personality, so I like to explore things very thoroughly, especially with games. So yeah, but I think my team did a fantastic job against him. They've taken some damage, but they're not terrible. So I can show you at a glance what's done to the team. So look at that. It's my team's battered, but it's not broken. You know, it's okay. It's pretty decent. But yeah, I think that's all I have for today. So thank you guys for watching. Goodbye. Take care. And happy holidays. See you in the next one.